air brakes on these train cars are supposed to fail safe. If the pressure drops, the iron stops. It's a fact, pure and simple. But if a valve in the control manifold bypasses, the whole system vents and the brakes release instead of holding. Suddenly, 80 tons of train is racing down the tracks. Cassidy Rowe didn't know she was standing in the shadow of a manifold failure. She only knew she had been on platform 7 for 11 long minutes. She checked her watch, again, and the 4:15 Cedar Falls Express still wasn't here. Her backpack was heavy, her roller bag had a squeaky wheel, and the train was late. She'd looked in the station bathroom mirror 20 minutes ago and thought, okay, my crazy hair looks like a wild fern. It's a look, I guess. She'd wrestled it into a clip. The clip had given up 3 minutes later. The hair had won, as it always did. She ate the last of her granola bar, chewed, stared down the track. Come on. Static. The 4:15 Cedar Falls Express is now arriving on platform 7. All passengers, please have your tickets ready. All luggage must be properly stowed. Static. Finally. She grabbed her backpack, grabbed her roller bag, and turned, immediately, completely, catching the crack in the platform with the front wheel, and the roller bag went sideways. Not gently sideways, sideways like it had somewhere to be. It swung hard into the shins of the man directly behind her. She heard the thud. She spun around and watched, truly watched, in real time, powerless to stop it, a full travel mug of coffee arc through the air and empty itself directly onto the man's white button-down shirt. Every drop, all of it, gone. She stood there. He blinked down at his shirt. The shirt it had been white, past tense. "Oh," Cassidy said. "Oh no, that was my bag, I didn't see the crack, I'm here." She grabbed for the mug. It was already empty. She grabbed for the napkins in her jacket pocket. She had 2, and they were the small kind, the ones that come with takeout orders, completely insufficient for a situation of this magnitude. She held them out anyway. He looked at the napkins. She looked at the napkins. "Those aren't going to do anything," she said. "No," he said. "I know." She put them back. I'm so sorry. Do you have another shirt in your bag? I don't." He looked up from the shirt. She registered that his eyes were very green, not in a dramatic way, just green and tired, and doing the thing where someone is clearly trying to decide how annoyed to be. "I'm Cassidy," she said. "Cassidy Rowe. I ruin things. Nice to meet you." Something moved in his expression. Not quite a smile, close. "Thane Mercer." He picked up the empty mug. "It's fine." He said it like it was settling it, like that was the end of the argument. "You heading to Cedar Falls?" "My grandmother's." She hauled her roller bag upright. "You?" "Work thing." He said it in a way that meant, "I'm not going to elaborate," and she filed that away and left it alone. The train pulled in. Car 3 was warm and half full and smelled like upholstery cleaner. Cassidy found a window seat. Thane, in a damp shirt, took the seat across from her. She did not ask. He did not explain. The conductor came through. Older man, silver mustache, the kind of person who had been punching train tickets since before Cassidy was born. "Tickets, please. The 4:15 Cedar Falls Express departs in approximately 3 minutes. There will be no food service on this train. Luggage must be properly stowed." Cassidy got her ticket punched. Thane got his ticket punched. The train moved. For a few minutes, everything was normal. Outside, the Harwick station slid away, then the parking garage, then the last of the shops and the chain-link fences. Cassidy leaned her head against the window. She was almost relaxed when she noticed the vibration. Not the normal train vibration. She'd ridden this line 6 times. She knew what normal felt like, that low, steady hum. This was different. It was sharper, faster. It moved up through the seat and into her spine and then her teeth, and that was when she thought, wait. She looked outside. The trees were blurring, not moving fast, blurring. Thane? He was already looking out the window. His whole body had gone the careful kind of still. Yeah, he said. Are we going fast? We're going too fast. The train hit a curve. The car tilted. Someone's bag slid across the overhead rack. A woman 2 seats up grabbed her armrest. From the front of the car, a voice. Is it just me, or is this train? The answer was obvious. It was in every rattling window. Thud. Cassidy's roller bag fell out of the overhead compartment. It hit Thane on the arm on its way down. That's mine, she said. I know. He set it aside, one-handed. He was focused on the window. His jaw was tight. The brakes, he said, almost to himself. What about the brakes? If the primary air brake system fails... He stopped. He was doing something in his head. Where's the conductor? As if on cue, the conductor reappeared. Half jog, controlled panic. Dispatch, this is Conductor Hale. We are experiencing a brake failure on the primary system. I repeat, primary brake failure. We are approaching the Harwick Freight Junction at an unacceptable speed. Please advise. The car went very quiet. Then everybody started talking at once. The smell hit first. Hot metal, burnt rubber, the specific sharp scent of something mechanical being pushed past its limit. Then the sound changed. The rails started screaming.
Cassidy pressed her hand flat against the seat. She could feel it through her palm. It buzzed like standing next to a generator. Her stomach was starting to feel a bit green. Okay, breathe. She looked at Thane. He was already standing. There are manual friction brake overrides, he said. One at the end of every car. It's a physical drag lever. It won't stop us, but if I can work it down far enough, it should drop us from 80 to somewhere around 40. How do you know that? He looked at her. He wiped his hand on his jeans. I'm a civil engineer on the Harwick Safety Review. I've been trying to get this fleet inspected for 6 weeks. Air brakes are supposed to fail safe, but if a valve bypasses, the system vents. It shouldn't be possible, but here we are. Cassidy stared at him. Right, she said. What do? We get to the lever. They moved down the aisle. The train was swaying now. Cassidy braced on the seatbacks, hand over hand. Thane was ahead of her, steady. He reached back, caught her elbow when she stumbled. Thanks, she said. Don't thank me yet. The emergency panel was at the far end of the car. Red housing. Thane yanked the panel open. Inside, a lever the size of a wrench handle. He grabbed it, pulled. It moved 2 inches and stopped. He pulled harder. The lever didn't budge. It seized, he said. The cable housing, it's probably corroded. This fleet hasn't been... He stopped. He braced his foot against the wall. He pulled again using his whole back. The lever moved another inch. Ugly. Give me your weight. Brace behind me, push down on my arms. Cassidy squeezed in beside him. Outside the small window, the gravel was a gray smear. Cassidy grabbed the lever with both hands below his, pushed down. The lever shrieked and dropped 3 inches. The train groaned, a deep metal-on-metal scream. Something underneath them caught. It wasn't smooth, it was jerky and violent. But we were slowing, finally. The air around them sharpened, friction smoke and hot metal. It's working, she said. It's working a little, he said. We need to get it down further. Her hands were shaking. The hot metal smell was in the back of her throat. A stray curl fell across her face. Thane reached up and brushed it back behind her ear. His hand was steady. Ready? He said. Yeah, she said. Push! Here was what was happening at Harwick Junction at that exact moment. A freight crew was stopped for a routine blockage. Gerald Osei had jumped down from the cab to deal with it. He was kneeling on the gravel when he heard it. Not the horn, the pitch. 31 years on freight lines teaches you what a train sounds like when it isn't right. The sound was too high, too fast. Gerald dropped the wire. He ran.
up the ladder in 4 seconds. All crew, hold on. Reverser full back. Do it now. The train groaned and bucked. It moved like a reluctant elephant, slowly, massively, backward. But it moved, just enough.
Phew, okay, we're gonna leave Cassidy and Thane there for the moment. I know, it's a cliffhanger. But to be honest, I found out when I was editing last night, a huge chunk of this story did not get narrated. Of course, I was freaking out, afraid that I wasn't going to be able to get it uploaded, and since I had taken last week off, I really wanted to get this story up. I went back through it, and I found a spot that was perfect for a cliffhanger. It was narrated, it had the visuals, I just had to put a few other little layers in there, and voila, we have the birth of this cliffhanger. I really hope you'll come back for part 2 next Thursday to find out how this runaway romance ends. In the meantime, if you have any prayer requests, please leave them in the comments section. As always, God bless. Take care out there. Bye.